2010, a journey of transformation from Europe to Asia. After leaving Brussels in 2010, I flew till Poland, from where on feet crossed the Polish-Ukraine border, hitchhiked till Kiev, went down to see some old places, old corners, as this was my first time after getting caught with smuggling returning to it. All I had was obviously gone. My ex even didn't want to see me, but anyways, I was on my feet to enter Russia, from where, instead of planned Trans-Siberia train, I planned to move on towards China, walking and hitchhiking. From there, I decided I wanted to visit Tibet and after enter India. However, I didn't know that there are special permits required to enter Tibet, about which I found out later. Also, I couldn't imagine how big world is this, and just of thinking that I might cross all 11 Russian time zones made me thrilled and ready to move on. I started making a daily blog on my trip and moving forward with prayers, careless for money, just enjoyed the moments I would not be able to repeat later. You can read more about my Vedatrac trip by checking out this page. Vedatrac 1, Vedatrac 2. After finishing my Vedatrac 1 tour, I settled down in China. I started to represent Forex brokerages in China, translate them into the local language, provide local customer support. As China is a big market for financial instruments, so soon many companies who found out I'm in China contacted me to become also their representative. Welltrade.com was the first company I moved on with. Later picked up also some payment systems. Business was booming. I had a 2-floor office in the high scraper of Tianjin. I had over 10 people team with whom most of I'm still together nowadays on my existing projects. Also, upon coming back from Vedatrac 1, I published a book regarding it called Destination, Me, which was briefly what that book was about. I loved living in China. Everything is massive, lots of people, fresh vegetarian food everywhere, cheap taxi and hashish from Afghanistan. To get some sort of legal extension of my visa, I had to be officially signed up for Chinese language classes. That gave me a bit of headache. First of all, I was very busy doing my business and had no space left in my brain for a new language. Secondly, the visa procedure always was a headache I need to pay for. Also, I could not understand a word what Chinese people were talking about, and I was sure I don't need to study this language. So even when attending classes, I used to be a bad student who never learned to write with hieroglyphs and barely did studies of verbal language as well. In classes, I was always sitting on the last desk, stoned in my iPhone and reacting or listening to something the teacher says only upon her special request. However, it turned out that even with this attitude, within half a year, I could get around fully communicating in Chinese I'm happy for till now. As a representative of many worldwide known financial brands, I had to travel a lot. I had to go to Shanghai, Shenzhen, Guangzhou, Beijing, Hong Kong, Bangkok, Singapore, Kuala Lumpur very often. My daily job included partner acquisition, in general, looking for local people who would further represent the companies to their local auditories. That triggered me for further activities in the financial technology market, and I made a company offering this service for businesses willing to enter a China market. Business went well until the moment the Chinese government executed some law changes affecting my company and its partners drastically. All of that turned out so bad that I decided to move for life to Thailand, where my first wife is from. Also, our first kid was on due, and for birth-giving purposes, we decided to it in Thailand. So we moved to Thailand, Bang Sarai, a small town not far from major tourist hub, Pattaya.